Hello, this reading is for Aries. Welcome in Aries. I'm using Angels and Ancestors Oracle, Alice in Wonderland Oracle, as well as Heavenly Bloom Tarot. So let's get started for you. Welcome in Aries. General reading for Aries. What's going on, Aries? Is there a should I, shouldn't I? Is there some sort of question that is on the forefront of your mind? There's a bit of a trepidation. There's some research involved. Okay. Aries. Okay. Becoming braver. Resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. Okay. Ooh, something is gonna require you actually to make kind of a tough decision. And I don't feel like it's tough as in necessarily emotionally tough, but it's tough as in you don't know what's on the other side. There's some trepidation because you're like, is it gonna be okay on the other side? If I make this decision, what's gonna happen? If I start doing this, what are the ramifications? Let's see, Aries. A lot of fire energy and air energy in the upcoming year, so you should be a little bit more comfortable, at least in 2025. And these kind of instances, although they will come frequently, not as life-altering in 2025. Sky Father, trust in the unknown. Okay, you got this dude, and then this eagle here, lightning. What Greek deity had lightning? Was it Achilles? Okay, I'm forgetting my Greek stuff. So, all right, so flashes of lightning, flashes of inspiration, second sight, extra sight, second sight. There's a second sight in your future in this particular evolution. It's almost like you have to look at something a different way. It's not changing perspective, although if we get the Hanged One card, then we probably will be changing our perspective. But it's also seeing something out of different eyes, a different sight for Aries. Ace of Laurels. Yeah. Wondering how this can be. Wondering how this is going to be. Research definitely is involved here. There's lots of movement. Okay, Ace of Laurels, Five of Laurels, the Chariot, the Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, Page of Laurels. Okay, Two of Laurels, and then the Hierophant here at the end, right? Yeah, you can see that. Bottom of deck, Three of Swords. Yeah, you gotta let go. Knight of Swords, Five of Cups. Okay, so the energy, the current energy is that should I, shouldn't I? It is that should I release this? Should I let it go? The answer is kind of saying, yeah, I think you will be. And the reason, and it's going to be very swift. There's going to be something that's going to come to light, and it's going to require you to make a snap decision. And it's going to be easy for you to let this go. It's going to be easy for you to move on forward. So I don't think the decision's kind of going to be made for you, because you're going to find out some information that you were waiting on, and all of a sudden everything becomes crystal clear. So I don't think you worrying about it does no good. So please stop worrying. Don't stress yourself out, poor Aries. You got a lot on your plate. Everybody has a lot on their plate. There's no need to worry too much about this. Things will come together as they come together. And as a result of you finding out this extra knowledge, and then being able to just all of a sudden see, okay, see, Knight of Swords. Look at the eyes on this Knight of Swords. All the air cards here have this kind of second sight. Remember, I was looking at this guy's sight over here, and more so than his wild hair here. It was more the second sight. Like he's seeing things that like he hasn't seen before. Everything's coming into crystal clear clarity, and you have the ability just to quick make this decision. It's almost like you're being told immediately, intuitively, just to make a decision. Okay, so watch for that coming in for you. I'm gonna that's just overall energy over here of the situation. Hopefully we can see. If not, that we can go back. Anyway, Ace of Laurels, Five of Laurels. So a lot of these cards of release, letting go, feeling out in the cold. If you make this decision, will you be alone? If you make this decision, will nobody support you? Will you be losing things if you make this decision? Maybe camaraderie, maybe a relationship, maybe the feelings of love. Probably. There's going to be some loss as a result of change, right? Anytime we close one door, there is a bit of a grief process that we have to go through when we close that door. And so I feel like you're just like going to close it. You're going to make that decision in light of the truth coming out, and then you're just going to snap, close it, you know? And it's going to be easy. It's going to be a very black and white decision. A lot of times we can get in those areas where we're just going, you know, and I'm an air sign, so like I can see everything from multiple directions, and it can get very overwhelming, and it's hard to make a decision sometimes. This is not the case for you. You're just going to be able to see, and you're going to be able to move forward accordingly, okay? So I don't want you to stress. I feel like there's some stress here, some heaviness, and it's like you're concerned about it, but it's not taking you out, taking you down so much, because I think as things become clear, it's just going to be easy, that much easier for you. Ace of Laurels, though. Something here about energy creating your reality. You want your reality in the future to be different. You want things in your life to be more creative, possibly be more active, possibly be more in alignment with your spirit, with your energy, with your, you know, fiery essence. Maybe you need more activity. There's something here about moving in conjunction with others who are going the same direction as far as activity goes. And this is physically moving your body, physically doing things with your hands. It is that energy of getting into stuff, you know, getting our hands dirty, really putting in that effort in order to make your life how you want it to fulfill desires, because it's going to be a manifestation year for you. So I kind of think that you're seeing that, and that's why it can be a bit depressing to let something go. But on the other side, I think you're seeing like the pros are outweighing the cons. And feel free to make a pro-con list. You know, if that's the way you like to do stuff, then do it, you know. Meditate if that's the way you like to gain your answers. But I think it's just going to come in like organically, and it'll be very easy for you. And so that's very exciting. I love when that happens, because I hate that back and forth, you know. It can be just too stressful to have that back and forth. And then you start dreaming about it, and then, oh no, you're up all night. So ridiculous. I don't think that's going to happen to you. Good. We do have the Chariot, and we have the Page of Cups. There's some movement in your career. You can be considering other options as far as career goes, or it could be climbing a ladder. So there's something here about there's room for improvement in your career space. Absolutely. Now, you definitely want to be like this guy. He's got those white eyes that indicate sight in this deck. This deck's super pretty. But they indicate, Heavenly Bloom deck, by the way, again. Indicate seeing beyond that second sight, okay? Like if you've ever read Kim Harrison's books, she pulls up her second sight when she wants to go and view like the interlacings of the underworld, right? And so it's similar to that. It's kind of like having, seeing things in a different way, seeing things on a different plane almost, seeing things that are like maybe tapping into spirituality and seeing things from that as a global picture instead of like right down in the nitty gritty, you know? And so that's going to help the movement forward. There's a lot of movement forward, opportunities coming for you, especially in career, especially in connection, to manifest your desires. These are things that you're going to be able to tangibly move around, like moving parts, to make the pieces come together as you're moving into your next phase here. So, and I'm thinking like, I feel January 5th, or at least 5 days from now, or 6 days from now, or there's something here that it's going to happen pretty quick, just within a week. Now, if you're, you know, looking back on this reading from 2 months from now, just because the title resonated, that's fine. I'm going to say timing's about a week here. Okay. Queen of Cups, Page of Cups here. There's, Page of Laurels, not Page of Cups. Ace of Laurels, Page of Laurels. That is getting down, and then Page of Cups and Queen of Cups. So we have the pages here that are balancing out a lot of energy with this ace, and then also this very calm and peaceful energy with the queen, right? So you're really this decision is going to actually make you, in the long run, feel at peace, feel at ease, able to really focus on other things in your life, other opportunities. It's going to free up your heart a bit. And that's not always comfortable. You know, whenever there's change, it's uncomfortable to be changing all the time. Change is uncomfortable for everybody. And so, but I think it's kinder on your heart. This decision is kinder on your heart. It's going to give you a fresh perspective. See, fresh perspective. This guy, just keep noticing his eyes here, and then all these cards of having that extra sight, right? So, and seeing from a higher vantage point, that is that eagle, and trusting in the unknown. So that could be scary for you right now, is the inability to trust the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, we kind of think we do. We kind of know how our day is going to be, but we don't know all the players in the game. We don't know really what's going to happen. You know, you could be walking down the road and, I don't know, a snake crosses your path or something that's going to make you turn around and go another direction. We don't know what, with 100% assurity, what's going to happen. You can only examine the energy of the situation and go from there. But I think, and that could be the scary part for you, is like diving into that unknown, but things are going to fall in your direction. People are going to come across your path that are going to make it easier for you to accept your new path. Two of Laurels, right? So for a while, we're going to have to be balancing between the old life and the new life. And that's just, I mean, that's just part of change. You're just like, well, I'm letting go here. I'm going through that grief process, of course. We do any loss. It doesn't matter how small. It just means the grief process is shorter or smaller if it's a smaller loss. If it's a bigger loss, we're going to take a little longer, take more time. But we do go through those phases, you know? And so that's rectifying. This Two of Laurels is rectifying the past with the future you. Past you, future you. And that can be, it's hard for anyone. I mean, you're not alone. A million people are doing the same thing right now or more. Most likely more. So there's some balancing out there. And then the Hierophant. So that is you growing stronger, experience, fresh perspective, right? The Hierophant. So he follows the Hermit. The Hermit secludes himself on a mountain in order to gain some extra knowledge so that he can come home and teach others. He can come back down and be the one in the know. And so, you know, whether or not you're teaching others, that's like up to you. I mean, you don't have to, and we don't have to do anything. Just know that if this experience that you're having is going to allow you to gain a certain perspective that maybe other people don't have. And I think other people are going to find that valuable. And I keep seeing this Ace of Laurels with this kind of, I don't know if it's a sun or a moon around her head. She's like moon spirit. But there's something here about extra knowledge, and that goes with that kind of seeing things in a different way, from a higher perspective, from a different vantage point, that second sight that you are kind of tapping into in order to gain a new perspective. And the new perspective is infinitely helpful for you going through all this process, as well as processes in the future. And so you kind of know the direction that you're going. You're going to know that direction because of this added sight here. All right. Aries. What do we got? The Anchor. Alrighty. Okay. Anchoring in one spot, right? Card of maintaining your composure, maintaining who you are, maintaining your stability. Also could be, on flip side, can be weighing you down. There's, you know, something weighing you down. Are you pulling up the anchor? Ooh. Are you pulling up the anchor so that you can move more freely as a result of knowing having the new insights that you have. Are you pulling up an anchor, or are you placing the anchor somewhere else? You have to understand anchors are mobile. You know, you crank them back up, pull them back up. I think most are electronic now. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been around ships, so I don't know. But they can be moved. You can drop your anchor somewhere else. You know, you can find that stability somewhere else. Don't worry about it. You're going to develop that network in the near future that is just a little bit different, you know, because you are changing something about your past. Again, this is kind of old you versus new you. And it's not that you're, you know, you're completely transforming yourself. It's just because of different insight, you're making different decisions, right? And so that's going to open up more opportunities for meeting other people, for getting in other groups, for placing your anchor in another level. And I feel like it is leveling up. It's an elevation, okay? An elevation of your knowledge, an elevation of your being, with the ability to share with other people should you want to. But trust in the unknown. Trust that things are going to work out for you. Trust that things are going to all fall into the place, and the people that you need are going to be there. They may not look like the people that you had before, but they're going to be around, okay? So there are going to be new opportunities here for you. Okay, thank you, Aries.